Yeah. Good morning, everyone, and welcome to our Heavenly Parent Holy Community Oceania Hundoke, together with Rev Yutaka Yamada. Today is Wednesday, the 4th of December 2024, or the 4th of November in the 12th year of Chongyalguk. Thank you all for coming, and let's begin with a bow to our true parents of heaven, earth, and humankind. Chanji Champunyamge Kyombe. Paro. And let's recite our family pledge, both in Korean and English.
가전만세 8. 천일국 주인, 우리 가족은 참 사랑을 중심하고 천일국 시대를 맞이하여 절대 신앙, 절대 사랑, 절대 복종으로 신의 일제 이상을 이루어 지산천국과 천산천국의 해방권과 속방권을 완성할 것을 맹세하나이다.
Family pledge number 8. Our family, the owner of Chongyalguk, pledges, having entered the era of Chongyalguk, to achieve the ideal of God and human beings united in love through absolute faith, absolute love, and absolute obedience, and to perfect the realm of liberation and complete freedom in the kingdom of God on earth and in heaven by centering on true love. I'd like to ask Chris Bruce if you could offer the opening prayer, please.
Good morning, everyone. Let's pray together. Dear Heavenly Parent, true parents, for coming here this morning, start our day with you to emulate the life of our true parents. We're so far away from that, and we know that as we get closer and closer to becoming something good, our life becomes more detailed, more accurate, and more challenging. So we hope that we can change small points of our life each day. It seems when you're challenging a high goal that there's so many corrections needed and so much detail, so much attention. We pray we can really become new people in small ways every day. We really need to reach out to the people in this nation. We know you must prepare people, and you can quickly prepare people. We pray we can take some time to find those people and be able to really see some new life in our movement. Thank you now in the name of Chris and Debbie Bruce and this family. Adieu.
Let's give a warm welcome to Reverend Yutaka as he shares this morning.
Good morning, brothers and sisters. Thank you for joining today's morning Hundoke. Today is Wednesday. So let's begin the new day with sincere devotion and heart to our heavenly parents and true parents. So thank you for joining today. I prepared some several photo, but because of some technical problem, some disappear some old photo. So tomorrow, I will share the photo again. So next week, we will have a 20th PCLC online fellowship Christmas special. So Christmas and God's kingdom. Please invite our Christian clergy, ambassador of peace, and the congregation and our brothers and sisters. Please join and support well. And last Saturday, we had the EPF ceremony event. Tomorrow, I will share the photo. And now Vanuatu side also organizing the 7 days DP workshop. So I believe they are doing well. So tomorrow also share a photo, also several things. And this Friday is Anshil. So instead of doing the breakout session on Friday, tomorrow we will have a breakout session centering on 3 different kind of topics: witnessing, and also peace and security, PCLC. So please join tomorrow breakout session instead of Friday. So, okay. So each day there are many problems. Let's support well and also do our best. Okay. So let's start the Hundoke. Today's message is from Cheonsongyeon, the era of the ocean. So let's study together. Mrs. Kathy, please.
The era of the ocean. Water is like a progenitor of life. We need to love water, which also represents God. We need to love the ocean. In every scenic spot, there are beautiful forests and bodies of water. Water creates harmony. Water has an absolute character, but no form. It fits the shape of whatever contains it. If you understand the philosophy of water, it is like perfecting the 66 books of the Bible and being able to become a son or daughter of God.
Yes, thank you. So this chapter, Father is talking about the ocean providence. So how the nature is existing. And among the all elements, all things of the nature, the one of the important things is the water. So this, let's see the second half of this paragraph. Father said, water has an absolute character, but no form. It fits the shape of whatever contains it. If you understand the philosophy of water, it is like perfecting the 66 books of the Bible and being able to become a son or daughter of God. So Father said, there is absolute character, but no form, and it fits the shape of whatever contains it. Actually, these things is amazing things. In the any kind of environment or situation, water can fit and can work together. So this is exactly applicable for ourselves. How about our character? How about ourselves? Sometimes we will meet some with hot person or strong person. We will meet sometimes the cold person. Sometimes we will meet the angry person or soft person or any kind of person. When we meet those kind of people, then can we fit with them or not? Can we make a harmony with those person or not? That's why this word is really deep word. So water, there is character, but no form. That's why can fit with anyone. So this is a really beautiful word. So we can also reflect our character and ourselves. Can we fit with them, work together with them, or do we struggle or fight with them? So Father said, if you understand the philosophy of water, it is like perfecting the 66 books of the Bible and being able to become a son or daughter of God. We should learn this philosophy and we should practice this philosophy. Please.
The Christian ceremony of baptism involves going into the water and being born again. Since every living being starts from water, which is the origin of life, you can go into the water and come out clean and reborn. If you observe water every day and let your mind move with it, the blood of your body will be refined. While gazing at flowing water, have you ever felt that your mind is being washed clean? We need to love water. I am saying that loving water is the same as loving all of creation. This is a fundamental idea. When loving water, would you love lake water or sea water? Would you go out to sea every day or not? If you're on a boat with the winds blowing and the waves running high, your blood swirls around and never goes bad. Your blood is purified.
Yes, thank you. So baptizing is having this kind of meaning. So water can purify, or people will be purified through the water and to become clean. So Father is emphasizing that we need to understand the meaning of water. So loving water or feeding the water, this is the meaningful things. So let's find out and let's realize the real value, real meaning of water. Please.
Learning from the sea. No matter how numerous they are, how large or small, all rivers flow towards the vast oceans. Once they reach them, all their waters are mixed together. The black current flows into the Pacific and is one of the currents that circulates through thousands of miles among the 5 great oceans. This is possible because of the moon's gravitational pull. Because these currents circulate in this way, the 5 great oceans can all be in motion. They act as the supporting pillars of the entire ocean system. When filth and other things come into the ocean waters, they are all mixed up and move towards becoming one. This is the purpose of the ocean. Even if a large river has to constantly supply fresh water for tens of thousands of years, the ocean has the ability to absorb it all and still have room to spare. The ocean is great because it remains unchanged, no matter what enters it.
Yes, thank you. So Father is talking about the ocean. Ocean is really great. Ocean can accept everything. Ocean can embrace everything. So do you know how old are they? Actually, this water or ocean's age is more than ourselves, of course, not right? Not only just 100 years old, not only 1,000 years old. Ocean is there more than 10,000 years, maybe more than 100,000 years. And ocean is there beyond even the history. That's why when we think, when we see with this kind of point of view, we can also feel the dignity of the ocean itself. Please.
There is no deception in nature. It is if a place is high, it is high. If it is low, it is low. Nature will equally supply the higher place and the lower place without objection. I have learned from nature to give everything freely without objection. When I go to a foreign land and find people who have less than I have, I open my storehouses and share all my rice, even though I might have none left for myself. I do this to make things even. I learned that from water. For this reason, I like water. God's judgment did not touch the fish living in the water. I always prepare offerings in front of God. I always release the first fish I catch, whether it is big or small. You have no idea how wonderful it is to release at least the first fish.
Yes, so this water is interesting. Father said there is no deception in nature. If a place is high, it is high. And if it is low, it is low. Nature will equally supply the higher place and the lower place without objection. So how about the water? If put the water's shape, water's kind of the movement is same with absolute standard. That's why doesn't matter the environment, doesn't matter the situation. Water has absolute standard, and also talking about the nature together. That's why how we can learn and how we can also realize through the movement or even the nature of the water, and of course, nature itself. So this giving the great insight to us. Please.
The ocean, when calm, is mystical. It has the power to draw people in like a captivating, beautiful woman, a queen of mystery. The ocean may look silver, but it can also take on a jade color. At other times, the sea assumes other hues. No matter how well a girl may dance, her beauty cannot compare with that of all the ripples stirred by the passing of a gentle breeze on the water. Imagine the seagulls at the ocean. Some are sitting and floating on the water. Others are flying. All of them are calling. Whether their cries are sad or joyful, they all sound beautiful. How wonderful it is when the waves rise up and swoosh down. They are tipped with gold as they sparkle in the sunshine. And when you see this, we are amazed by the sea's unending changes.
Yes, thank you. So Father is explaining about the beauty of ocean. So when we listen about this expression of the word or through Father's word, this is really beautiful. Father is also talking several expression. So ocean is like this. For example, ocean is like beautiful women, a queen of mystery, or silver, or jade color, or better than girls dance, or even water are tipped with gold as they sparkle in the sunshine. So ocean has those several faces. So we could see this beauty of water, beauty of ocean, and in the same time we can also feel or understand our true Father's nature, or even also heart of our true parents. Please.
The ocean is like a beautiful woman. Sometimes it resembles a dancing girl, but once it gets upset, it can move more furious than a lion springing at you in the wilderness. Sometimes the waves are more than 10 meters high, rising and falling. The cries of the seagulls cannot compare with that sound. The waves seem to say to them, no matter how well you sing or how good a comic actor you may be, you cannot compare with the grand force of my fury. The waves are also audacious.
Yes, this part is also the same. The face of ocean is changeable every moment. The face in the morning, face in the lunchtime, or face in the afternoon or evening. All the time, this face of ocean will be different. So when we go to the ocean, we could also find out those differences. Please.
Nature's power is enormous. That is why people who love the ocean cannot be arrogant. The ocean has that kind of greatness. If you peek into the deep ocean, you will find all kinds of fish living there. Fish that are golden color, others that are yellow and blue, and even fish that are colorless. When you compare the land with the ocean, which is more beautiful? The land, with its variety of birds, flowers, and butterflies, is beautiful, but limited. Flowers do not move. Land dwellers pale in comparison with the profusion of beautiful sea creatures that dance about in dazzling, brilliant colors. So which is more beautiful, the land or the ocean? The ocean is more beautiful. Why did God create water? We can say that he made it especially for his own enjoyment. He hid its depths away and did not open them to the public. God probably had more interest in the ocean than in the land.
Yes, thank you. So Father is explaining about the beauty or greatness of the ocean. And also Father is asking you, which is more beautiful, the land or the ocean? So what do you think? the land is beautiful or ocean is beautiful. Of course, maybe there are different point of view, but Father is also explaining the ocean is also actually beautiful. When we go to the ocean, there are so many kind of fishes, and even among them, surely there is some fishes which even human beings never saw before. Our Oceania area, this South Pacific area, we know there is the most deep ocean in the world. That's why some area is more than 6,000 meters, and even the higher or deeper than Everest mountain, right? So under this kind of water, how many people really could recognize or could see all elements, all fishes, all things in the water in before? So we can really find out the beauty of water, or fishes, creatures, plants, or there are so many things there. So how much do we understand? How much really did we find out those speciality or mystery, beauty of the creation inside of the ocean? So we could see true parents had many kind of interest toward ocean providence, and even Father said, God has special interest in the ocean. Please.
In the world of love, you can go anywhere you want. Does the seawater say, I am the Pacific Ocean water? All water from Asia is polluted, so I don't like it. Wherever the water comes from, the Pacific Ocean takes care of it all. Dirty water is quickly absorbed and goes the same way as clean water. Therefore, no matter how serious pollution may be, even if all humankind disappears, the Pacific Ocean will still be blue. No matter how much suffering and how many ordeals it must endure, the ocean's blue color will never be altered. Likewise, the power, the content, and the authority of love will always be constant as the ocean's blue.
Yes, thank you. Father is explaining about the world of love and world of water. Actually, those elements or nature of love and nature of water, there are the common base or connected part. Even any kind of environment, water will accept. Water will unite into one, and water will create the harmony. And how about love? Love is also same. If we can have a true love, we can love even any kind of person, any kind of environment, and love also can accept any kind of situation without without hatred and without separation. That's why water has this kind of power. Ocean has this kind of charm, power, and appearance. So we could also recognize those special points together. Please.
You cannot imagine how fearsome and horrifying the waves and the winds are during an ocean storm. But even the strongest wind is fulfilling its mission. If wind did not exist, there would be no waves on the ocean, and the fish would not survive. The wind blows to supply oxygen to the ocean. Waves supply oxygen to the water. That is why, even when the waves are roaring and the wind is blowing strongly, you should taste the ocean and say, you haven't lost your taste. The ocean is salty. If you can think that way, then the currents and rushing waves are not unpleasant. You don't realize how much philosophy can be found in the ocean. People who have lived only on land will face considerable obstacles when they try to engage in ideal activities in the spirit world.
Yes, thank you. So Father is explaining some several nature of the ocean. There are so many beautiful moments in the ocean, but not only beautiful or joyful moment. Sometimes ocean give the suffering moment or showing the scaredness to the people. Sometimes giving the joyful moment, sometimes also the sad moment. So we could see. Maybe some of you went to ocean and also did the fishing, then maybe you could understand. Ocean is really changeable even one moment. Sometimes so calm, sometimes so much moving and really showing the scared. That's why ocean is this kind of place. Then how do the parents spend the time on the ocean under this kind of circumstances? That's why Father said, that is why even when the waves are roaring and the wind is blowing strongly, you should taste the ocean and say you haven't lost your taste. So Father, even those kind of element of ocean, Father, handle or fit with them and spend the time. So we could see those are to the parents' nature. Please.
When you visit the ocean, you can learn many things. It undergoes changes several times a day. There is a saying, a person's mind changes between morning and evening. But the ocean does not change only morning and evening. It changes every hour. On a fine day, if you go to a certain area, the waves might be mild. Yet when you go to another area, the wind will be blowing. It might not be a strong wind, but different in mood. Just as people's faces are all different, so are water and mountains. Climate also differs depending on the height of a mountain. The ocean exhibits beauty in all sorts of forms and figures.
Yes, thank you. So Father is also talking the many experience or situation in the ocean. How many days have you spent the time on the ocean? 3 days, 10 days, or how many days maximum without coming back to the land? So this is actually special training place. I know the Mr. Chris is creating the ocean training for young people or any kind of people, right? And I think many of you have experienced the training, ocean training under three parents' guidance. Maybe Mr. Arai also had many experience or others. So maybe you can share those special experience or special points of the ocean. So ocean itself is actually the love itself, or bigger love for ourselves, and in the same time, ocean itself is the special training ground for all of us. So if you don't have experience, please try it. There is also second gen, there is also a missionary. So if you have an opportunity, please go to get the boat and spend the time, not only just a half day, not only 2 or 3 hours, at least maybe 3 days or 5 days. There you could find there are many elements of the ocean. Please.
Whenever I had time, I would always go out to sea. I would go out to the sea and be buffeted about. Despite the hardship, the purpose was to calm my spirit and prepare for trials and greater battles ahead. Though I was often exhausted from having gone without sleep, I would stay alert, set my own standard, and strive to maintain a horizontal balance in my daily life.
Yes, so our Father pushed himself into the ocean and he offered a special Johnson condition. So this kind of experience or this kind of sharing point, only the person who spend the time on the ocean can understand. So really, every moment or every day, the ocean situation will be changed. So this is the final slide, please.
We can conclude that people who do not know the realm of the ocean are very limited in their sphere of happiness. If there were a Lord of creation, he would enjoy hearing praise from people who appreciate both the mystery of the sea and the beauty of the land, based on a correct knowledge of both the land and sea. We can imagine that he would not approve of praise for only one realm.
Yes, thank you. So this is a beautiful word. I will read again. We can conclude that people who do not know the realm of the ocean are very limited in their sphere of happiness. If there were a Lord of creation, he would enjoy hearing praise from people who appreciate both the mystery of the sea and the beauty of the land, based on a correct knowledge of both the land and sea. We can imagine that he would not approve or praise for only one realm. So the person who knows the ocean, person who knows the land, in each place there are speciality which were created by God and Heavenly Parent. So without experience, our depths of heart will be different. How we can experience, how we can also feel in each place. This is also the beautiful comment. So when you go to the ocean, you can also experience many kind of things. That's why Father is also explaining his experience and also actually encouraging for everyone to experience the beauty of ocean and also beauty of the land. So today we are talking about especially the beauty of water and also greatness of the ocean. So what do you think? When we go out or everywhere, there are water. And especially our area, the Oceania region, is the region of the ocean. How we can understand, how we can explain the greatness of the ocean or specialty of ocean. If someone come to you, what's the greatness of ocean? Can you explain well? Or can you share the excitement or greatness of ocean or not? That's why this kind of understanding is really important. So please try. Ocean has those kind of specialty, and God's love, God's interest are together with ocean. So through this today's message, we can also find out and understand. So next step, if we have opportunity, let's go to the ocean and also experience together. So anyway, thank you for joining today's morning Hundoke. Each time we can find out the new things. This is actually beauty and also hope of our heavenly parents. So let's also create together and return the happiness to our heavenly parent and true parents. Thank you very much once again for joining today. Have a great day. 감사합니다.
Samnida, thank you very much, Rev Yutaka, for sharing with us. It's truly a wonderful message this morning. I really felt so much beauty. I could see with all the images and descriptions in the reading. I really felt a nice presence of our Heavenly Parent, with the ocean. Some interesting things Father mentioned, saying that maybe, what does God like more, the land or the ocean, and sort of suggested that God liked the ocean more, and maybe created the ocean for himself, and because it's so deep, he could hide things down there out of public view, so that he could just enjoy, just stay in the peace and the beauty of the water. So there was interesting thought to think, because it's so used to thinking that God gave everything, but what he gave, gave his heart in everything, but also the most beautiful is in the deepest part, private part. And so it sort of reminds me of prayer. You know, when we really get into a good state in prayer, we can go to this deep part of God's heart that seems to be just for us, or just for God to share together. So that gives a balance between, you know, the public and the private. But to get to that private, you need to really go very, very deep. So that was one thought, and that water can fit any shape. It just changes according to the container, and it doesn't. But at the same time, water itself doesn't change its quality or purity or any of its characteristics. It's just that it can change to the container or the environment it finds itself. So it's sort of like an example or an image of, you know, God's love, because each of us in one way is a different container, and yet God can come and fill us completely. Of course, we know that it's up to us, to fully connect to God to make that happen. So sometimes we feel full, and sometimes not so full. And water reaches this equilibrium. It just makes everything balanced. And also, while I was listening to the images in the reading, I was reminded of that wonderful little book called Jonathan Livingston Seagull. And even, the story was put to music by Neil Diamond. And it was one of my favorite pieces of music and imagery. And it was sort of like turned into a mini movie, playing that music. And so during the reading, I was reminded of that wonderful story, Jonathan Livingston Seagull, of hope and resilience and perseverance and success. And another sort of thing that also caught my attention was people who love the ocean cannot be arrogant. I thought, oh, wow, that's a really interesting statement. People who love the ocean cannot be arrogant. It sort of made me think, well, I better hurry up and love the ocean. But it's sort of very beautiful, today's reading. So I was taken to many places as I was listening. So thank you. There's some of my thoughts this morning, and opening up to others that'd like to share. Thank you. Yes, Mary, go ahead.
Good morning. Yeah, this morning's words, I love hearing Father's words on the creation, and just reminded me of when I spent 6 weeks on Ocean Challenge in Gloucester. Every day we'd go out, and every day it was a different mood of the ocean. Unfortunately, we were out in some high swells, but never really big waves. But it wasn't until I went fishing with Mr. Ray in Port Phillip Bay that one day the wind got up and it became quite rough and choppy. And I went down underneath the main deck. And at one point, Mr. Ray put his head into the cabin and he said, "Oh, we're going back." I think he saw my white face. And anyway, we went back, but that was a great experience. But yeah, just one other thing, the power of the waves is just incredible. Like I've been in waves just that are not so big, and just when they they put you under. The power is just incredible. So one of the most the sports that really astounds me is big wave surfing. And I don't know how those people, the men and women that do big wave surfing, survive those wipeouts. It's just really amazing, and I mean incredible. But it's also so beautiful to watch as well. But yeah, thank you for this morning's words, Mr. Yamada. And
Yeah.
hi, you're in with Trin and Crystal. Good to see you.
Thanks, Mary. Yes, Chris, you got your hand up. Go ahead.
Yeah, John, I've just got a little short video. The kids came down from Sydney and we went out on the weekend, and it was very, very rough. About 30 knots the wind, about almost 40 miles an hour. So if
you can share. You should be able to share. Yeah.
I've got WhatsApp. I'm running 2 screens. Just let me know if it doesn't work. Where's my computer? How can I? Why can't I get there? How can I get to my? Why am I not seeing my computer? Oh, hang on. I don't know how to make it work. I can't see my computer. All I can see is the screen on my TV. Oh, hang on. What's this?
You can move your cursor to the bottom of the screen so you can see the bars come up saying share.
Yeah, it's not. Let me just take this screen off the TV. Yeah, maybe it'll come up. Here we go. Oh, no, I can't see it. Oh, gosh, where are we going? Hang on. Oh, where's my desktop? Oh, here we go. Oh, I can't get my screen up. I don't know. I've got WhatsApp on here, on pictures on there, but I can't see it at the moment.
If you minimize everything except the what you want to show and the Zoom, then you should be able to.
Well, when I've got the share screen on, there's no. Oh, yes, there is. No. Oh, I don't understand. Entire screen, documents. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I can't work it out right now. Anyway, I'll just, if I close this, is that going to cut you guys off? No.
No.
Anyway, I'll just say a little bit, but yeah, it was very rough, and we went out and took several days of preparation to get ready for those guys. And so because I've been involved in this a long time, I always want to know why everything happens. I believe that everything that happens is planned. And so I wanted these guys, obviously, to have a good time. They paid a lot of money to come down. They flew back on an airplane, and we're going to go fishing, and prepared the boats several days. It was pretty hard work. And then just plugged the trailer into Dean's boat for his boat to go, and no lights worked. So all day working on that. And then we had everything finished Friday evening. And then I just put the other boat on the car, which we tow all the time, and none of the lights worked. So at 7 o'clock at night, we had to fix that. Finally finished 8 o'clock Friday evening. We're going out in the morning. And then, so they went out, and the short story is it was pouring rain, and the guys that went out in Dean's boat, or most of the people from Sydney, had no shelter much. We tried to make a makeshift shelter, but they were cold in 30 knots of wind. It was pretty wild. We were the only 2 boats out, but the result was poor. So we only got 4 small snapper and a reasonable gummy shark, and they lost 1 very big snapper. It was a very big run and broke off. So, with all this expectation and preparation, I really expected the results to be better, but they were not better. So I want to know why they were not better. And all I can conclude is, and I am praying and focusing on them having a good result, because that was what it was all about. But it didn't happen. So you want to wonder why, with all that effort, it didn't happen. But the reality is that before we went out, in my original mind, my heart and mind told me to go to the all-night prayer Friday night. And I was planning to do that, but I didn't do that. And I think I really believe that they had a big bearing on the result. And my point is that as I prayed in my prayer this morning, you know, what's the song? Was it Simon and Garfunkel, was it? The nearer your destination, the more you're slipping away, sliding away, right? And that's how it is. And God doesn't change, you know, what you need to do just in sympathy. You have to do what you have to do. And if you know something's right and you don't do it, you're not going to get the result you want. And it's hard lessons, but anyway, that's the reality. So I wish I had that video. And the first day I got a little bit of video on how rough it was. The second day was rougher, so rough that we didn't take any videos because, you know, it was pretty wild. We bent the anchor, we broke the bimini top, I broke my head on a bolt trying to get out to the anchor. Yeah, it was pretty wild. But anyway, I thought they had a great time. They all enjoyed this big adventure and not a lot of fish. But anyway, that's my point. You know, it's very, very high goals we have and high standard, and True Parents are holding us to the highest standard. And we're trying to reach that standard. So anyway, better luck next time. Thank you.
All right. Thank you, Chris. Yes, Margaret, go ahead.
And good morning, everyone. Thank you very much, Reverend Yamada. That was so wonderful. I just have a question. The first slide where Father talks about 60 books of the Bible, the relationship of the ocean and the 60 books of the Bible, 66 books of the Bible, we can become sons and daughters of God, or I'm paraphrasing it. If Reverend Yamada can explain that, or anyone who has a take on that one.
I can explain maybe my understanding. Maybe someone also can explain. Because water's nature, Father said, there is the absolute character, but no shape, meaning it can fit any kind of person, meaning it can unite, can embrace, can one with any kind of character of person. That's why what's the main point of Bible? Bible also talking the same things, to be God's son and daughters. If we have a like character of the water to embrace any kind of environment or people, then that person become the God's son and daughter. So this is actually the same with main point of the all content of Bible. So this is my understanding. Maybe someone can also add together about this part.
Thank you.
Maybe I'll share the slide again. Please check.
Maybe I can say something there. Can you hear me?
Yes, go ahead, Johnny.
Yeah, the connection between the ocean and us as a human being is the fact that we also have 70% water in our body. So in a way, we are the ocean inside ourselves as well. So Jesus came as the true Son of God, and he's expanding rather than in the water. But I think there's a connection between the ocean and ourselves as as a human being, and the fact that we have 70% water in ourselves, and you look at the water compared to the land in the world, it's something similar. I can see it that way. And the books in the Bible basically all connected to the restoration of man back to God. So there is more leadway in that sense, but not a complete answer. But it could be one part of it there. Yeah.
Yeah, thank you, Genevieve. Yeah.
Okay, so I will stop sharing.
Thank you. Yes, Debbie? Or,
Yeah, it's me back again. Sorry, I
yeah,
just think
yeah.
that you know, I'm coming more and more to the realization that there's nothing valuable in this world except serving other people. It just doesn't matter. Your position just does not matter. And, we need expertise to get results and professionalism and all that. But the value I see in that message is that water has no form. It has an absolute character, unchanging nature, but fits to benefit every situation. And the 66 books of the Bible all have lessons for us to learn. And you have to be in a servant position to apply those lessons. So that's how I see it. The water fits into any type of shape, any person, any character for support, to support them and to give life and to help. So anyway, that's my interpretation. Anyway, thank you.
Yeah, thank you. Yes, Hadi, yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, good morning, everyone. Thank you for this important sharing, Reverend Yutaka. Just wondering about the culture of releasing the first animal. What's the significance behind in terms of Oriental culture and all that? Maybe anyone can expand on that. Thank you.
Thank you.
Like when Father caught the first fish, he sort of like released it back to the sea. So in terms of culture, Oriental culture, what's the significance of that thing? Thank you.
I don't know if that's a significance of Oriental culture. I think that's something that Father was doing to respect creation and showing us a standard and a model that he truly loves creation and so therefore offers back the best to God, which is the first catch. I don't know if that's a particular Oriental philosophy in any way. Yeah. Yeah. Actually, it's time now to offer our unison prayer. So I'll just share the screen. Just bring it up. There it is. Okay, let's pray together. Thank you. Jew. Thank you, everyone. Thank you again, Rev Yutaka, and I pray that everyone has a great day and see you all again tomorrow. Thank you. Yeah.